What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with another G80 M3 in for some prototype testing. That's what we like, of course, testing new exhaust sounds. We are also just as excited to hear how the exhaust will sound. So what we got today, stock BMW G80 M3 with original downpipes, original backbox, and right now still the original mid-pipe as well. So on this car we'll test our equal length resonated XPipe exhaust, showcase you how the car sounds with just the resonated mid-pipe, and we will also test a new setup that we have developed recently, which is the equal length single hybrid, which is similar to our F80 equal length single hybrid mid-pipe, which we also sell quite a lot of. On this car we'll also test that principle, so we already have a true equal length, and now we'll also introduce a equal length single for this car. Let's get started, install the exhaust and see how it sounds like. So there we go, we are now underneath the BMW G80 M3, and you're already here at the G80 equal length without resonator, with resonator, and today we have one with resonator but with the single mid-pipe. Normally we have an X-pipe over here, quite a long one, but this time we are now testing the single mid-pipe version. So that's what we're gonna showcase you now, and let's start up the car and see how it sounds. So in principle, we still use the original front section from our equal length mid-pipe, which also features the OPF sensors right over here. So we're testing it. This is now already colored in a nice brown color, brown gold. And here you can see the single mid-pipe section, which should make it sound a little bit different. It is inspired from our BMW F80 titanium catback and the stainless steel catback, which we also made with an equal length front section and a single mid-pipe section, so you get the best of both worlds. That's what we hope for. So let's drop the car and see how it sounds. So there we go, we are on board the G80 with the equal length single mid-pipe hybrid. We are now cruising around on highway speeds, and as you can hear, the car is completely silent. We are now driving in efficient mode, so the valves are closed, and yeah, this is what we're looking for when you install a mid-pipe, of course. If we open the valve, so we're still in efficient mode, you do hear the car come to life. Really lovely. We're now stopping here and show you some videos from the outside. Car sounds amazing, so really lovely. Let's see how it sounds from the outside. Rijden we even die kant. Scouten. Traffic camera. Oh, it sounds completely different compared to the equal length X-pipe. This one resonates a little bit more inside the exhaust, but it has a higher pitch to it. Very different compared to what we are used to from our other mid-pipe. We're gonna turn around. Oh! Oh, I didn't expect this much of a difference. At 5,000 RPM, the car completely transforms in terms of pitch. Even sounds almost like a single turbo, to be honest. Maybe we need a G80. Yep. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back in a G80 M3 and we are now developing the G80 equal length exhaust, we are now testing a new resonated version mid-pipe with original downpipes and the original back box. We have a valve controller installed, so we are able to control the valves fully, which means we can open and close the valves according to our liking. And of course, what we are now testing is how the car sounds with the resonators, of course, installed also. For now, we sold a lot of equal length mid-pipes without the resonator, and sometimes they tend to be a little bit raspy and of course a little bit loud. With this setup we hope to solve that, of course. With this setup we'll try to solve that, of course, and currently, as we are hearing that right now, the car feels and sounds like original. So the mid-pipe does have OPF sensors also, so you can run OPF emulators if you want, because those do need the sensors installed correctly. Of course, if you code out the sensors, then that is not needed, of course. Car sounds really lovely, so we are now cruising around in comfort mode, and the car is silent enough to daily drive, in my opinion. So there we go, we are going to head onto the highway with the valves open. We are now in Sport Plus mode, but we have done the override on the valve controller, of course, so actually Sport Plus is not necessary, but still good to experience how the car sounds. So we are now in Drive Logic 2 mode, and it's busy on the road, so we are not making huge speeds, but that's not the point. We want to know how the car sounds. Even with the valves open, you still hear the car. There's not too much drone. I put it in Drive Logic 2 mode, 1 mode. So if you now close the valves, we are now in comfort mode, so there's no active sound design over the speakers as well. And to be honest, the car is completely silent. Very happy with how this mid-pipe now sounds. So with the original back box, you filter out a lot of the low-end bass tones, low-end deep tones. As you can hear, with the valves closed, it's completely silent. And if you now open the valves,
Shenanigans traffic camera.
of course the deep tones come to life, but it's not too loud, which is of course what we are after. We are now heading into a tunnel, which we always love. To demonstrate the sound to you, shifting up at 4,500 RPM, which is enough for us to demonstrate the exhausts. Valves closed now. So there we go, we are back from our test drive. Really lovely how these cars sound with just a different midpipe. Of course in Europe they are a lot more silent when they are stock because of the OPF on the midpipes. In USA you have resonators which also dampens some of the sound, but not as much as the OPFs in Europe. So in Europe we tend to change out the OPFs for non-resonated or resonated midpipes. On this car we tested the resonated versions to showcase you how those sound, and of course how the car sounds on board. We are super happy with the results. With the valves closed the car is 100% daily drivable, and with the valves open you transform how the car sounds. A lot better compared to when you only change the rear muffler, of course. So these cars are already transformed when you just change the midpipe for more sound. So on our midpipes we also include the OPF sensor, so you can reuse the OPF sensors. That allows you to either use a live OPF emulator or something else to remove the check engine light. Of course, if you do not need the OPF sensors, you can just cap them off, which we can also supply for example for US spec cars. So really lovely to have this midpipe as an option as well. Super happy with how the car sounds. I want to thank everyone for watching, like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.